Okay, welcome back. Happy New Year's Eve. We're jumping right into it. We have so much momentum that we're building up. I have so many questions. Apparently, it got confirmed last chapter that Legosi's grandfather is actually a lizard. So, yeah, I have so many questions, and hopefully this chapter has answers. So let's just jump right into it. Let's see what's going on, and what he was trying to teach young Legosi. Because they had apparently they had tension at some point and to the point where they weren't even talking to each other. So let's see what all the fuss was about. Let's have ourselves a little look. While Legosi is fighting Riz to the death, he reminisces about his grandfather. At some place where special conflict was commonplace, there was a Komodo dragon. Wait, his grandfather is a Komodo dragon. So he's not just a regular lizard. Okay, so the thing about Komodo dragons, they are one of the apex predators of the world. They have no, like, they aren't hunted by anything. They're that strong. They have amazing regenerative ability, right? And what they're most infamous for is their deadly toxin, right? That they release from their mouth that can kill you in like seconds if it well, yeah, that can kill you in, depending on what you are, it can kill you in minutes, right? But basically, the point I'm trying to make is if you get bit by one or even grazed by one, if that poison gets in your bloodstream or even on your flesh, it is highly corrosive. It'll cause necrotic flesh. It pretty much kills whatever it touches. So that's kind of nuts to me that Legosi's part Komodo dragon. That has Legosi had a kiss before? So if all right, so if he's mixed species, right? So that means wait. So if this is his grandfather, that's his mom. So that means his mom was part Komodo dragon. Did they get his? All right. So see this eye right here? Legosi has the same eyes as his grandfather. Because I mentioned it before when we found out that his mom died, and we were at her funeral. That Legosi didn't have his mom's eyes. And now we know that's the case. I thought it was from his father, like he may have inherited like traits from his dad, right? But it seems more so that he inherited traits from his grandfather, one of which being his Komodo dragon, his strength, right, and his eyes. And I think they said Legosi's kind of just a little bit bigger than the average gray wolf, so his constitution, he probably inherited from his grandfather. Now, my question is something that's terrifying to think about because I was wondering if it was a plot point why Legosi hasn't kissed Haru yet. What if Legosi got like Komodo dragon venom from his grandpa? That'd be a terrifying thing to think about because we've seen Legosi bite somebody, but that was the Shishigumi boss. But like, if he did get venom, we saw Louis like kill the Shishigumi boss, but what if he had lived? Would he have like died from the venom? Is that going to be a plot point? That's kind of nuts to think about if he did get those traits. But anyway, enough talk. Let's get on with it. At some place where special conflict was commonplace, there was a Komodo dragon who made a name for himself in the many battles that he participated in. His name is Gosha. This is him at age 17. Wait, so his grandfather. Oh, so Gosha's okay. So Gosha, his grandpa, was a badass at age 17. Holy moly! He was feared by every species for his large body and overwhelming strength. Ah, okay, there it is. So Legosi did get those traits. However, while he was in battle, he fell in love with the female wolf and then eventually disappeared. Oh, okay, so this is chapter prologue to chapter 85. Is our blood divided by sewage? What? Gosha, age 17. I want to know more about this character and I want to know how species such as him fit into society like this because he's an apex predator, right? And if he has like venom, I'd imagine it'd be really Wait, can Komodo dragons control their venom? Like snakes can? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I don't know. It'd be interesting if that were not the case. but I don't think they can like snakes. Because I know Komodo dragons are resistant to other Komodo dragons' venom. And I think it's like more so the bacteria that's in their uh, their glands. I think that's what it really is. But anyway, man, that's kind of nuts. So how did he meet? All right, so how did he meet his wife, right? And how did? Okay, uh, I'm getting tongue twisted thinking of Legosi's family tree. I have to remember Legosi's mom, Liano, was his daughter. So what happened to his wife? And how did they make that work if he does have venom, right? And how does he function in society? Like, what's he doing now? I don't know. We'll see. Those were just rumors. Those were just rumors, though. I wonder if they're true. Grandpa, were you really a scary Komodo dragon? This is Legosi at 12 years old. Oh, all right. So this looks like it's right after look what he's wearing. This looks like it was right after the funeral of Legosi's mom, Liano. I'm just gonna say it's Liano for now. Excuse me if I'm giving wrong information. We'll get there when we get there though. If my memory is not failing me, I'm pretty sure it is. But so Legosi doesn't know much about his grandfather, which is kind of strange. So if he doesn't know much, it's because it's because Gosha didn't want him to know that side of him. Because what I got from Gosha over the phone when he was talking to Legoshi, when Jack pretty much forced him to call his grandpa, is that he seems like he's a kind-hearted character. Just based off that interaction that he had with the phone, you can glean a lot from a character just from how they speak to other characters, and that wasn't even face to face. And now we do have a face to his name now, right? But now that we know his reputation, I'm wondering what changed, and was it love that did it? Right? What, Legosi? Did your classmates harass you again? You're not being bullied, are you? No. Okay, so Legosi was always being harassed even when he was in school, as we saw in Jack's flashback from when they were kids. He was kind of an outcast then, with Jack as his only friend. Are you ashamed of having reptilian blood running through your veins? You're making me sad. That's not it. Oh, okay, so I wonder, so is that what caused... I wonder if that's what caused Legosi to be ostracized. So that would... Oh, wow, that would actually make a lot of sense, I think, for Legosi to have been bullied the way he was, is because he's the product of interspecial romance, I guess. Or were they married? I forget. I don't know the laws yet in their universe. I'm pretty sure that'll get touched upon. So that's interesting. I can't change the fact that I'm 1/4 reptilian, so there's nothing I can say. Interspecial marriages are rare enough as it is, but a marriage between a mammal and a reptile? Objectively speaking, that's dangerously unusual. How did my grandpa fall in love with a wolf? Okay, so that is strange. Those are two different mammals. Two different species. Interspecial marriage. Got it. That was a good funeral. Okay, so I was right. They just came from the funeral. And this kind of like ties back into what Legosi told Jack, like his big secret, that his grandfather is actually a Komodo dragon. And it's kind of strange that we didn't see Gosha at the funeral, because they invited friends, right? It doesn't seem like they invited family. It just seems like it was just people they knew. Let's see. That was a good funeral. And then you see Legosi react this way. Legosi, I would like you to live together with me. Wait, so were they not living together before? No. How can you look so happy? Your daughter went through so much pain. Do you even care? What is he talking about? Your daughter went through so much pain. What happened to Liano? I know the name, I don't know the details though. What caused Liano to die? Oh wait. They said it was suicide, right? Ooh, suicide's one of those topics like I would prefer to avoid, but if it's relevant to the story, sure. But what happened to make her want to kill herself? What pain is Legosi talking about? My mom killed herself because of what? I'm so sorry, Grandpa. What did he say? Okay, so this is an interesting scene. Like, this is what caused the. Alright, so this is what happened. This is what caused the rift from 5 years ago. And I'm pretty. Okay, just guessing. I'm pretty sure Legosi said my mom killed herself because of you. Because of you. And that's causing him, like, to feel guilt now. Which would make sense because Legosi's a kind hearted character, right? And this is a tough time for him because look, his mom just died. It doesn't seem like he has a dad. I think he said his dad left him like when he was born or before he was born or something like that. And all he had was his mom, and it looks like his grandfather was in his life. So, man, that's really tough. I didn't expect to go in this chapter and experience all these feelings, but damn, man. So I'm trying to figure out why did she do it? Because so Legosi would be 1/3. Would he be like a quarter Komodo dragon? I think that's how that works. Because if both his parents were wolves, I think he said his dad was a wolf. I don't remember. I'm just gonna assume. Forgive me if the information is wrong. Hopefully that gets clarified at some point. But if his dad was a wolf and his grandfather's a Komodo dragon, his mom was a hybrid. Okay, I'm trying to piece this together. So what trait? Okay, so that's my question. If we're getting into now that we know this, if we're getting into like different traits, what traits did his mother have? Yeah, what traits did his mother have when she was born as a hybrid between a Komodo dragon and a gray wolf? That's my question. Because I wonder if because I feel like they wouldn't have a lot of stigma if he was just a regular lizard, but no, he's a Komodo dragon, and their defining characteristic is not just their huge body, it is their venom. Or is it poison? It's one or the other. We'll just call it venom. It's their venom, their Komodo dragon venom. Huh. I hope this gets touched on again. I'm gonna move on from now. I could go on for days with like theories and stuff like that. So his dad isn't dead. Cause I'm looking at Legosi's features, and he definitely does have Gosha's eyes. Like not like as he grew up, like as Legosi grows, right? Look at his eyes here compared to his eyes here. Him and Gosha have the same eyes, and I felt like this is a change that happened later because we've seen Liano's picture, right? Legosi's mom, and we've seen that he has her eyes, but as he gets older, you see how his eyes like his pupils get smaller and they're reminiscent of Gosha. So I'm wondering if he's gonna get more of his traits later on, just because he has dominant genes. So if that's the case, then what traits did Liano get? What traits did Legosi's mom get? Because she was a really pretty wolf, and she was quite influential from what they were saying at the funeral. But why did she kill herself? What pain was she going through? What was her pain? She was really pretty. but then again, we didn't really see a body, or did we? I don't know, I'll have to go back. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, so Legoshi and Riz are still fighting. You're gonna make me break the floor at this rate. Why don't you let me why don't you let me touch you some more? Gotta focus. He's about as injured as I am, but his attacks are more lethal than mine. He has more strength behind him, man. He lifts. I can't afford to die here. Okay, so Riz charges Legoshi. Is that your idea of a defense? Haha. 8. Oh, come on. Alright, so 85. Go ahead and have a taste of wolf meat. I'll make sure you never use your jaws again. Oh, okay, so Legoshi put his foot in his mouth. So he's... okay. Boys' bathrooms are filthy as usual. A herbivore. Janitor? Is someone there? I wonder. I'm opening the door, okay? No. What are you gonna do, Riz? Is Riz gonna... oh, wait, no. It wouldn't make sense for Riz to, like, destroy this guy right here. What we know about Riz is he's a very careful character, right? So I think it's gonna be one of those scenarios where he's just gonna, like, play, oh, I'm still in here. Can I get some more time or whatever? And, you know, that's just how I see it going. Let's see. Ah. Oh, ma'am. Sorry, I'm still using this. Really? But you're not allowed here at this time. Sorry, I didn't know. I'll get out as soon as I can. Could you give me just a few minutes? He's putting on that good bear act again. That's terrifying. I don't know what it is about this scene. Like, you see him go from this to this. He just switches so easily. Like, he could just turn it off. Well, alright. I have other places to clean anyway. 5 minutes. Thank you, I'll be quick. Is that shade that he's throwing at Legoshi? Only 5 minutes. I'll let this slide, seeing how he seems to be an earnest kid. He's gonna regret that. They're gonna bleed all over the damn place in there. Why does he look so relieved? What to do? He licks his wounds. Ow. I think I'm hurting more than you are. For a moment, I forgot that he was a student at this school. I'll wash away the blood on the floor. At the very least, he's a carnivore who's normally careful when he's around herbivores. Wait, so are they cleaning? What are you gonna do about that paw print on the floor? I'll just get out of here before the lady comes back and play dumb. Wait, so are they just like... what's going on here? I thought they were gonna finish the fight. So I guess they're just like tabling it? That's actually hilarious if that's what they're doing. They just have a friendly squabble help clean up their mess and then just go about their day. That's what you call a gentleman's agreement right there. I respect it, but they're both dumb. You should wipe off your blood. You can use my shirt. Nah, I can take care of it. I'm leaving through the door anyway. This is so strange. No kidding. Riz is kind of like a bro. Like I get the feeling if the circumstances were different, these two would actually be really good friends. Like, alright then, see ya. I'd hate him much more if he was just a simple-minded villain. Nope, Riz actually has layers to him. How can you still be sane after you ate Tim? Yeah. Alright, see you then. Yeah. If I were in your shoes years ago, I would have just left school altogether. You know, it's kind of weird that he's still there though, you know? Maybe he wants to be caught. Oh, that's an interesting way to look at it. Now I just said that. What if Riz actually does want to be caught? Because we know that Riz actually felt a lot of guilt from when he ate Tim, even though he rationalized it in a way to make it seem like, it was consensual where it wasn't. These scars that Legosi opened up, he opened up scars with Riz, both literally and figuratively as well. So, wait, go back? Okay, so that's what happened. Okay, so they're just walking away casually, and then they just turn back like, no, we're not drop. We can't just drop it. So they just turn back. This is an awesome panel. They let their like inner beast out and just. This is pretty sick. This is a sick. This is gonna look amazing when it's animated. I'm pretty sure. I will never forgive you. Today it looks like we've established our hatred for each other. Okay, so it's just a quick clash. New Year's Eve, Riz. What? Don't think you'll continue living like this after the year ends. New Year's Eve, huh? That's in 10 more days. Alright, fine. That'll give me enough time for me to kill you for good. Oh, let's go. So 10 days, and I wonder if it's gonna go fast, because one of my viewers told me that, is this what they were talking about? No, no, no. So this isn't it. This is just in reference to New Year's, right? It's New Year's now, so if I can get to those chapters by the end of today, I'll be extremely happy. That'll be awesome if I could do that. So let's try and make that happen. Let's try and get to the New Year's chapter. That'll be super cool. Since it's New Year's Eve, like right now, 12/31/2020, we have 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 4 hours to do it. So let's do it. We'll bring it to an end as fellow carnivores. Well, it's good that you're making this simple. Okay, so New Year's is gonna be their second fight. Okay, he's back with Going. Good. Legosi went straight to Going's place to get patched up. Well, that'd be simpler if you just turned him into the police. So really, what are you doing is pretty stupid. Thank you! Okay, why is Going the only character? He's one of the few characters with any common sense, right? I would love to just get a manga with a young Going just learning, right? I would love, like, he's one of those characters that could have his own separate manga, and I bet it would do great. Like, you get to explore the dark side of society, like as a doctor and a psychiatrist. Man, that's what. So Going just said what I've been saying this entire time. Why doesn't he just like turn him in? And I've already made my reasonings about how Legosi thinks and why he won't do it. It's a pride thing. That's plain and simple. It's just a pride thing. I'm just borrowing your moral code. That's all. I tried to eat a herbivore myself. I'd prefer to confront him personally rather than have him punished by the law. But I'm not sure if our fight's gonna be meaningful in any way. It's not like it's gonna change me or even society for that matter. Okay, so Legos, I like that he's acknowledging the futility of it all. Because even if he were to beat Riz, what would that really do? He would just be all that would really change is that he just lost a fight. Right? That's it. So the thing about Naruto, alright, I'm gonna bring up Naruto again. If you noticed in Naruto, Naruto hardly beat anybody, like in 1v1s. Okay, that's just alright. Let me change that. That's straight up false. Naruto, a lot of the conflict in Naruto, it was more of an ideological battle. That's what I'm trying to say. And because of the nature of shonen, it was supported like through combat. The fight with Gaara was a perfect example, or if you even want to go to the final fight with Sasuke, or my favorite one, the fight with Pain was more of an ideological battle. The real fight wasn't as so much on the battlefield. Don't get me wrong, it was, but the real fight is when Naruto went to Pain's real body and he actually had a talk with him and got him to change his belief, right? He called his belief into question, his codes into question. what he built himself off of, his ideological structure, and he sent it crumbling down like a house of cards through the power of his word. So I feel like that's what Legosi's gonna that's what it should come down to. That would make sense for Legosi's character, I think. So I hope it's more of an ideological battle, because that's what it really is at its heart. It's a battle of belief, and it's gonna come down to whose will is stronger, right? And I think Legosi would win that fight, because there's no way I see him winning in a fight with Riz physically, but ideologically, if Riz is as damaged as I hope he is, that as I think he is, from what's been supported, because Riz has a lot of self-hatred as well, because he resorted to self-harm after he ate Tim, so he's clearly torn up about it. And the fact that he's justifying it as is, oh, it was consensual. He said I could eat him or something like that along those lines, where he knows that's not the truth, and it's his body responding physically by making him hurt himself because of what he did. I think Legosi would totally win the ideological battle and win that way. That would be Legosi's win, in my opinion. Getting him to what's it called? Getting him to not conform, but acknowledge what he did. That would be his punishment. That would be more. That would hurt more than a physical beating. Okay, but I like that Legosi is acknowledging the futility of it. Quit thinking like that. Fights are good because they're simple. Gohi, no. I had high hopes in you. Don't encourage Legosi's stupidity. Be an adult. If you don't like someone, you beat them up. It's not a bad mindset for a 17-year-old boy. Now then, what shall I teach you? Starting tonight, I'm gonna be extra harsh on you. Going kinda reminds me of Grandpa. Good, I'll do my best. Okay, so, Going. He did a complete 180, but at the same time, think of it like this. If I think of it from the perspective, because it's so easy to forget what these guys are, they're animals, right? And what did the bug say, the moth? They said that, they live life as it is, simply. And Goeen's, what he just said to Legosi, fights are simple. If you don't like someone, you beat them up. You may win a fight, but that doesn't mean you'll win the war. For Legosi to win this war, not just with Riz, but the war with their society that they live in, he needs to change people's beliefs. That's how you win the war. He needs to challenge their ideology, and his needs to be much more solid and stronger than theirs. And luckily, Legosi is a blessed character in their society to be born with the strength of a carnivore, right? And he also has the perspective of being a different species as well. Legosi has a lot going for him as a character, and I hope that during this manga that gets touched on a lot. I hope it gets touched on, because there's a lot of strength with Legosi as a character under all this stupidity. So we'll see how it goes. It has been fun. That was chapter 85. We are going to move on to chapter 86. Keep the momentum going. I will see you then. And I hope you enjoyed it. So comment down below, rate it, subscribe. And yeah. Onward to the New Year's.